Welcome to a broadcast of the recent Lorain County Commissioners' General Meeting. Unless otherwise announced, meetings are held Wednesday morning at 9:30 at the Administration Building, 226 Middle Avenue, 4th floor, downtown Elyria. These are public meetings and you are invited to attend. Agendas are posted prior to the meeting at www.loraincounty.us. Click on Departments to see the Commissioners page, then click on View Agenda.
Good morning, everyone. If you'll rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And our prayer this morning comes from John. Love means living the way God commanded us to live. As you have heard from the beginning, his command is this: live a life of love. And we have our dog this morning with the dog whisperer himself, Commissioner Ted Kalo.
Let's go. Come on. Come here. Okay, hang on there a minute. Sit down. Look that way. Look at her. Yeah, sit down. Sit down. Our featured dog this week is about a 2 or 3 year old Rottweiler mix. Just a great personality. He's available for adoption now. We have 30 dogs at our dog kennel. It's starting to warm up, so it's starting to fill up. So stop by and help us out. He's going to make a great pet for somebody. Come here, buddy. Come here. Sit down. Can you speak? Speak? Again? Speak? Speak? Come on. Give me a bark. There we go. Good dog. Come on.
See, I told you he was a dog whisperer.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Good dog.
Yeah.
He made the dog whisper.
Yeah, exactly.
Speaking was very shallow.
Madam Clerk?
Darryl Shumpert was here. I don't know where
He's out
he
in the
went.
hallway. Whitney, can you grab the We Are the Majority people waiting out there?
We're waiting for one more.
Are they?
We can
Okay.
start and come back to that.
Can.
Okay.
Under resolutions, number 1, investments.
So move.
Second.
Discussion. Mr. Lundy,
Aye.
Mr. Kalo?
Aye.
Ms. Kowski?
Aye.
Appropriations.
So move.
Second.
Discussion. Mr. Lundy,
Aye.
Mr. Kalo?
Aye.
Ms. Kowski?
Aye.
Transfers.
So move.
Second.
Discussion. Mr. Lundy,
Aye.
Mr. Kalo?
Aye.
Ms. Kowski?
Aye.
No advances, no repayments, requisitions.
So move.
Second.
Discussion. Mr. Lundy,
Aye.
Mr. Kalo?
Aye.
Ms. Kowski?
Aye.
Travel.
So move.
Second.
Discussion. Mr. Lundy,
Aye.
Mr. Kalo?
Aye.
Ms. Kowski?
Aye.
Bills.
So move.
Second.
Discussion. Mr. Lundy,
Aye.
Mr. Kalo?
Aye.
Ms. Kowski?
Aye.
Authorize various personnel actions as indicated on the summary sheet for employees within jurisdiction of Lorain County Commissioners.
County Administrator Cordez.
Thank you, Commissioner Lundy. I do have a requirement for a brief executive session. I'd like to update the board on ongoing labor negotiations, also potential purchase and sale of real estate. Both of those topics are allowable under the Sunshine Act for executive session discussion, so I'd ask at the conclusion of our regular board meeting, we go into executive session and talk about those two items. I do not have any personnel issues this week.
Okay.
I'm going to do the majority
Can you do
now.
that now?
Okay. At this point, we're going to move up our appointment here for We Are the Majority. So if you'd like to come forward this morning.
Great. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Very good.
Thank you for giving us another opportunity to come and talk to you about the We Are the Majority Youth Rally. This is the 5th overall, but it's our 4th year here in Lorain County doing the rally.
You have to introduce yourself.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm Darryl Shumpert from Lorain County Alcohol and Drug Abuse Services, now marketed as the LACADA Way. And we're just excited to be here again. My apologies. So I brought some young people with us that we want to talk about the rally, talk about the day of. I'm going to have them introduce themselves, and we'll go from there. So thank you.
Hello.
Hi.
My name is Hannah Floyd. I'm a senior at Brookside High School, and this is the 4th year I've been involved with the We Are the Majority rally, and then the 3rd year I've been a team leader for it. This is just a really important event for me because this is something I look forward to every single year. And every year, kids at my school are looking forward to it now. Because before, like, we didn't really have anything for the kids who weren't involved with drugs or anything. It was just kind of the stigma that everyone does it and all the negatives. But with this, every year, kids are coming up to me and they're excited about doing it. I know, like, last year, not many people were able to attend for my school, but everyone who came back was just like, I'm so ready for next year. What are we doing next year? And it's so important, and it just brings my school together. And that's, like, one of the most important things because we don't have that a lot, and that's something we're working on. So it's something that brings our school together, and it's wonderful.
Beautiful new high school.
Yeah, I was going to
also.
say, the new building should be bringing a lot of people
Oh, yeah,
together.
it's beautiful. We're so thankful for it. It's gorgeous.
Thank you.
How you guys doing? I'm Simeon Lawrence. I go to Elyria High School, and I've been involved with the program since my sophomore year. I went and saw Monica Bax do it about 3 years ago, and I just fell in love with it. I was like, man, I gotta get up there sometime. So then I had the opportunity to talk to one of our principals, and then she introduced me to Mr. Shumpert, and ever since then it's just been a wrap since then. And what I love the most is just how I get to meet everybody, like a lot of people in my age group who stand for the same things that I stand for, which is always an amazing thing to do, and it does have a strong effect on our community as well, because you meet a lot of new people, you meet the right kind of friends that you need to have. As the saying goes, show me your friends and I'll show you your future. Well, at the majority rally, there's a lot of really good friends there, so thanks a lot for this opportunity.
Great, thank you.
Tough loss for the Thunder the other night. Yeah.
Hello,
Dallas
everyone. My name is Mercedes Gwinn. I am the, I guess you could say, spokesperson for We Are the Majority this year. I've done it for like the last 2 years. I kind of enjoy doing it because it's an opportunity for, like, this year is 14 schools from all over the district coming to Elyria High School. And as you know, we've been seeing on the news in Elyria more drugs, getting into hands of younger people or older adults, and they're dying now. And so when we have the pep rally, to me, it gives me the opportunity to experience and see, like, how many kids look forward to seeing this, and then it gives me the opportunity to also see that, like, there's a point that I'm touching someone's life not to use drugs. I'm not going to say that every child that comes to this rally hasn't, touched drugs or hasn't seen drugs, but a lot of them either stop or they quit using as much as they did before. And it brings awareness because it's just not in the school. We're touching other counties, so it's going out around Lorain County, which is, like, a good thing. And my whole thing with doing this is that drugs are so big now that at least if I'm doing something, at least I know that, okay, I'm helping the police department take this one drug off, or I'm saving a mother from having to bury their child tomorrow because they took drugs and they didn't understand the consequences behind them. And the police are backing it up now when they're getting into, like, stopping the drug, like, trying to. But it takes a community, it takes all of us. So when we have this unity circle, it's like bringing everyone together. And so it has to come at some point where Elyria says, okay, no more to drugs, no more having to bury people, no more with the drug dealers, no more having to support drug dealers still selling. So it makes me think that, like, okay, well, if it's only one person, that one person is probably going to someone else, and that other person is going to someone else. And so it's like our job kind of isn't in vain. It's like we're kind of helping. So this is my last year, and I'm probably going to get emotional at the end. But I'm telling you, like, I've had probably one of the best experiences of my whole entire life. And I would love if you guys will come out and join the circle with us. It is April 28th. It's on a Thursday from 11 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. and it's downtown Elyria, like at the square. And I say for you guys to come because you guys are like our leaders and we're growing up. So, like, we're going to take over the city pretty soon in a good way. But it would be good if you guys came because it gives you a great opportunity, to join the unity circle and basically say, as adults, you do take stands against drugs, but to also see other counties who are joining and trying to help you guys do your job just as much as we're trying to stop the drug epidemic that's going on. So we would love if you guys would come, and thank you so much for giving us this opportunity. You guys have a great day.
Thank you so much.
And what you're doing is just so important, and I've told people about letters that I would get from grandparents and parents who would say that they had a student or a daughter or granddaughter who was this great achiever in school and just the sweetest person on earth. All of a sudden got in with the wrong boyfriend, got in with drugs, and now is a very nasty person, is stealing from the home, and has totally destroyed their life. And so it's so important to reach out to your peers and really stress the importance of staying off drugs, staying away from drugs, because it will destroy you and it will kill you.
Wonderful presentation, Darryl. Again, are we going to sponsor the water for them next year, please?
Whatever the pleasure and desire of the board is, my task is just to carry it out.
You can do it. And you're the youngest student of the
I'm the
group?
youngest. When he said young people, I was pretty sure he was not referring to me. I'm Kathy Ritenauer from the Lorain County Prosecutor's Office, and this will be the 5th year that we've supported this event. And I just want to give you a quick history. I was on the Drug Free Action Alliance board in Columbus, and this will be, I think, their 7th or 8th year that they've done it in Columbus. They have about 2,000 kids that come to their rally. And through the coalition, the Communities That Care Coalition, we decided we wanted to bring it here to Lorain County. And so this will be our 5th year. And we're connecting with the Columbus rally, so we do it at the same time that Columbus does. And this year we're also sending 80 kids. 80 kids are going to Columbus from Lorain County to join their rally. And we're hoping to be able, we'll be twittering back and forth with the kids in Columbus. So we're excited to be a part of making this a statewide event. So thank you again for your support of this event. And we hope to see you on the square. I'm sorry?
Didn't Cuyahoga start it last year?
I think
Kathy?
I believe they did 2 years
ago.
ago. Yep. They're not as big as ours, but yeah, they did.
Good work.
Thanks.
Prevention is so important, as you know. Once you start, it's very difficult to quit. So if you can get any and all kids to not try it in the first place, that's the best opportunity in the world.
Indeed. We've had a really good support system, collaborations from so many people throughout the years we've been doing this, and I know Kathy alluded to it a little bit. I'm just going to expound just a tad bit of time. The 80 students are actually our middle school students this year. We decided to reach out. The middle schoolers were getting jealous and saying, hey, Mr. D, how come I can't go to the rally? So we decided to try to reach out to them this year. And we made an effort to take them. It's going to be 80 students from Lorain County going to the rally. They're going to participate in the Columbus rally. Yes, Cuyahoga County, Lorain County, and Columbus will be doing this all at the same time. Last year we had 3,500 students all at the same time, all on the same day doing this, spreading this message. And this year we're almost looking at about 4,000 students to try to do this across the state and really preach a good message of they're trying to be drug free, and they're pushing a very positive message, and we want to support that. We do have about 14 schools this year, and our numbers are great this year. We're looking at about 730 students participating in the rally this year. So we're excited. We're motivated. As you can see, the young people are extremely wound up. It's a great opportunity. The buzz is around the schools right now. And like you said, prevention is, once you start it, you have to keep going. So we're looking forward to it, and thank you so much for giving us just a moment to talk about it. It's good. So again, the date is April 28th, which is next Thursday. We will be inside of the school from 9 until 11 o'clock, and then at 11 o'clock we will march down Middle Avenue into Ely Square this year. There is an event going on at the courthouse, and we don't want to conflict with that, so we will be in Ely Square. We will have a resiliency ring where everybody will hold hands, and we'll really get a good message going. And at 12 noon we will end so that we won't collide with what's going on at the courthouse steps.
Really proud of you, of the students. Nice job with the microphone. A lot of people
Indeed.
You guys did a very well one.
Yes, indeed. So thank you. Thank you very much. We did pass around some hot cards, if you will, that have the date of the rally on it. We will leave 2 more posters with you if you want to take them. And we're just asking for the community to come out at 11 o'clock and really cheer our students on. So we appreciate it.
We can get in touch with you over at Where, I want to make sure I get the water to you for the.
Yes,
event.
I did talk with Brandy, so she.
Brandy's going, okay, good.
Yes,
Upstairs?
so, yes.
Perfect.
So
No
she,
problem.
we had a conversation, and so she, we're all set.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Brandy doesn't get all set, the board does, but we'll remind
I understand,
Brandy
I'm
that, of that, but the commissioners want to support you with that. We'll make sure that occurs for you.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you. I appreciate it.
We'll put that on our taping also, so people will see it on Saturday.
I think it's in our elevator right now when you're coming
Yes,
up,
it
you
is.
see
I was
it.
quite excited.
so
I was
much.
talking with Hannah when we
Thanks,
were
Hannah.
coming up, and I
Thanks,
said,
Hannah.
Hannah, look, there's the poster. So thank you so much. We appreciate it. Again, that's April 28th, next Thursday at 11 for the community to come out to Ely Square. So thank you.
It was just reported in the newspaper over the last few days about a couple new drugs that are now in our community.
Correct.
One of them is 3-methylfentanyl, which is 7,000 times more powerful than heroin or morphine. Morphine. And one of the things I was talking to one of our deputies about yesterday is, we have canines, drug dogs that go in search of drugs and stuff, and if one of these dogs get up too close to some of this, it'll take them down. I mean, this drug is so strong that 7 to 10 doses of Narcan may not even bring you back, and most of our first responders only carry 2 doses with them. So
Correct.
the chances of overdosing on this is like very, very high. So
Extremely.
that's what I mean. If you can prevent any kid from trying it in the first place, that's what we need to do.
Indeed, and that's really our whole goal.
Because you don't know what you're getting.
Right, we don't.
You're not buying this from a pharmacy or a scientist. You're buying it from a drug dealer who wants to make a lot of money, and that's
Right.
all they care about. They don't care about you.
Right. I always tell the young people, your families won't see the drug dealer they're supporting during your funeral. That they won't. They're just
No.
really out looking for
Money.
money, and if in any way, any shape of how or form that they can get that money, they're going to experiment, and you're unfortunately the lab rat.
Yep,
You really
exactly.
are. So hopefully our words are making impact, and we're trying to bring in awareness, and it's working. It's slow, but it's working.
It's great. Keep the momentum going.
Indeed. Thank you.
The student
Appreciate it.
athletes have to be careful, too, when they get injuries, and these prescription
Correct.
drugs is really the thing that seems to be an early trigger.
Correct, and that's one of the things we talked about actually with one of the high schools track team. I had the opportunity on last week to talk to actually it was Amherst High School track team, and that was the one thing I brought up is it's so easy for you to pull a muscle or strain something and go to the doctor and you get a prescription for the pain that you're experiencing, not for the day of the surgery or the day of the diagnosis, if you will, but it's for the days after, and you have to be careful of how many you take, and young people are so impressionable right now that sometimes they don't think it's the practice that they're involved in, that it's the pill that made them have an awesome game or an awesome meet, and it's not, and we try to get them to understand that you have to be careful. Sometimes a Tylenol can do what that Vicodin or that Percocet will do for you in just a different amount, and it will affect your brain a whole lot differently. I don't want to go into all the psychology of the brain this morning, but it does affect them, and it changes them very quickly. So we
Just
push
something they
that.
have to pay attention to.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Awareness is key.
Yep.
Awareness certainly is key. Education is what we push. So,
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you for
you.
doing what you're doing.
Thank you.
yes, I appreciate it. Thank you for your time
Yeah,
again.
great
We
job,
appreciate
everyone.
it. Thank you.
Madam Clerk.
Approve and waive the reading of the minutes of April 13th.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Mr. Lundy.
Aye.
Mr. Kayla.
Aye.
Ms. Kowski.
Aye.
Receive and journalize Guthrie ditch petition from Pittsfield Township trustees through the Stormwater District to clean and clear. Viewing will be held May 24th at 9:30. Hearing will be June 7th at 9:30. Notice to residents will be May 3rd, and publication will be May 10th and 17th.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Mr. Lundy.
Aye.
Mr. Kayla.
Aye.
Ms. Kowski.
Aye.
Under the engineer, authorize engineer to execute contract with Quality Control Services, Inc., Cleveland, to act as designee relative to Step 2 dispute resolution requested by Vector Construction Company relative to Jones Road Bridge Project. Cost of $5,738 is 95% reimbursed by ODOT, and 5% will be paid from engineer project account.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Mr. Lundey.
Aye.
Mr. Kayla.
Aye.
Ms. Kowski.
Aye.
Under the prosecutor, dispose of old books that are outdated, obsolete, and unfit for public use to include Ohio State reports, Ohio official reports, Ohio bar reports, and Ohio app reports in accordance with the Ohio Revised Code 30712.
So move.
Second.
Discussion. Mr. Lundy,
Aye.
Mr. Kayla?
Aye.
Ms. Kowski?
Aye.
Under the Sheriff, apply for the 2016-17 Deer Grant in the amount of $22,351, which represents 50% of the base salary of an officer for the 9-month school year. Said local match is $22,351 to be paid from the Sheriff's salary account.
So move.
Second.
Discussion. Mr. Lundy,
Aye.
Mr. Kayla?
Aye.
Ms. Kowski?
Aye.
Mr. Cortez?
I have no additional comments this morning, thank you.
Mr. Ennis?
I have one matter of pending court action to discuss with the commissioners in executive session.
Commissioners report.
Last Wednesday, I attended the Lorain County Community Action Agency's 50th anniversary over at Lorain County Community College. They had a great turnout, and just telling everybody what they've been doing with their agency. Thursday, I had my Community Corrections Board meeting. Just to let everybody know, the Alcohol and Drug Board is having a family training for people who have family members caught up in addiction, and that's going to be this Saturday, the 23rd, from 9 to 2 at UH, which is Elyria Hospital, at the Gates Auditorium. So if you want, there's opportunity to get some training. Friday, I attended the Transportation Day with the Community Alliance, where NOACA and ODOT representatives were here to talk about various projects in Lorain County. Ken Carney was there to spoke about some bridge projects and other improvements that they're working out throughout Lorain County. Saturday was the NAACP breakfast at Second Baptist Church. What a great breakfast they had, and some beautiful singing, and I wasn't able to stay for the speaker towards the end because I had to be at the mall because I needed to do the welcome for the Rally to the Rescue. Partners with PAWS sponsored the event with rescues and volunteers, and our Sheriff's Department was there with their canines, and they were doing some child IDs. Yesterday, Tuesday, King Cobalt ditch hearing, which went smoothly. Nobody was anti getting the ditch cleared, but they had some questions, and I think everybody got their questions answered. And then last but not least, ribbon cutting over at the new Veterans Services office yesterday. What a beautiful job. I mean, it was top notch, really nicely done. We had a nice turnout. A lot of people came to see, and I think they're very happy, and I think it's something that they'll be happy with for probably the next 20 years.
The only thing we have left, and of course, was a weather issue, number one, and secondly, I want to incorporate it into some additional capital improvement. The parking lot, which mainly just has lipstick on it right now, I can tell you it's going to need a complete rebuild, but I can probably make that last a year or two. But as soon as we start doing some parking lot work, to get that 20 years, I think we need to put that parking lot in. I'm also going to look at the difference between concrete and blacktop out there. We're the only landowner, I believe, out there with a blacktop lot. Everything else is concrete out there. And the signage. I wasn't able to get the sign finished before the event, but moving came upon us pretty quickly, so I apologize for not having the signage done. But we told the veterans when it made sense, we would make sure that we did the right thing by them, and I think that they're very happy. I've been very discouraged over the last 2 years that our relationship has been strained with the veterans. It's not something that we've desired, and I think we've made leaps and bounds to demonstrate to them that we were true to our word and our commitment. And my feedback, although I wasn't able to be there yesterday, was everybody had a tremendous time and was overwhelmed with the facility.
It was very good. Thank you. And thanks to Karen Davis, who put that all together for us, too. She did a nice job.
She actually brought a lot of scissors this time, I understand.
Yes, we all had scissors.
I had rounded edge scissors.
Yeah. Well, we got to be careful with some people.
End of my report.
Beautiful facility. Again, great time. Terry Stone was very complimentary of all the work you and Karen Davis put into the facility. So it's a great place for our veterans to go get the services they deserve. Also, on top of a lot of the other events last week, I was in Columbus for the County Commissioners Association board meeting, going through our legislative issues, again, indigent attorney fees, keeping those at 50% reimbursement, even though they're not giving us local government funds, if they can reimburse at least some of the services that we're required to perform. Also attended a legislative reception at the State House. I saw the bust of Mr. Lundy there.
Oh, really? Yeah, right. Yeah, they named the hall after me.
Was that the one in front of the bathroom?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Opportunity to talk to some state reps and some state senators, again, issues before counties, and again, they're always really polite, but I think they always fall on deaf ears when it gets into the caucus rooms, so. But again, a busy week. Chamber of Commerce also, we had our quarterly board meeting yesterday. A lot of discussion moving forward. Ed Skimmon from Emerge is the president. Just, again, when we discuss what's going on out there, a lot of discussions among companies in regards to workforce, trying to hire people. Charlotte Ray, the new president of the local UH, formerly Memorial Hospital, there's a shortage of employees of about 700 within the county. A lot of entry-level positions on the UH website. They are looking for people, whether it's custodial, STNAs, food service, but they also have all their employees the ability to actually go to school and get better. They have programs set up for that. We had a lot of talk about the Workforce Development Board, the new ACT program.
WIOLA or the CCMEP?
The ACT program. The assessment program. Talking about the assessment program, we've got plenty of.
Oh, the ACT
employees.
ready communities?
Correct. We had discussions on that, but trying to get the business community engaged to start using it, at least commit to at least a bronze level.
Well, we have a launch coming up. We have a program at the Transportation Community Center.
Correct. We spoke about, Tony spoke about that also, but if you want to.
Yeah, we're finishing up. We have one more session to send all our people to go to and receive our certification as an ACT ready community, where we work to assess people on several significant points of abilities, to pre-qualify them for potential success, depending on the jobs that we also match with those qualifications. It'll only work if the business community accepts ACT as a criteria to manage their recruitment processes. There's a long way to go. Hopefully this outreach will be really good to start the dialogue between the employment services and the businesses in Lorain County. I think that we have to prove ourselves. We're working with a couple employers right now, already doing it even though we're not completely certified. I think it's encouraging, but we have to put a lot of boots on the ground to get businesses aware of what's out there. I hope this launch event is one of several events so that we can engage the business community. As you know, that's been a problem in the past. We do have a really dynamic WIB board right now. I think that we're going to work through the WIB, but we're going to have to get the word out ourselves. We're going to have Mike come in, make another presentation here. We got to do that. We may even take out some ads and put on some additional sessions. Let me also point out that our strategic partners, let's not leave them behind.
Growth Partnership.
JVS, the college, Team Lorain County, the Growth Partnership, the Chamber, everybody's behind this work-ready process to ACT. If we can match job skill sets better to the jobs that are being recruited for, businesses will not have to spend an inordinate amount of time and money with people that are not matched very well to those jobs. I was out of the business in Avon, and they were having the very same problem. The past history does not necessarily demonstrate the ability to complete the job that they're interviewing for. Businesses have suffered from this for a long period of time. They look, they say, okay, these may be transferable skill sets. More than likely, and more times than not, the skill sets are not transferable. So I'm hopeful. One business said that they had gone to $500,000 over the last 2.5 years because of failed employment opportunities, and also, let me pile on, and lack of transportation for people to get to jobs consistently.
That was our other discussion within that group, was getting them to work.
So, we're going to solve one problem, commissioners, but we still have a very big glaring problem that needs to be addressed on a macro level in this community. I know there's some groups working, and I'm waiting eagerly for their results to come back. I will tell you, as an add-on to what you're saying, I did meet with the city of Lorain 2 days ago, and I believe there's going to be a funding initiative out of Lorain to add additional routing. It's been a long time. Commissioner Lundy was in those talks initially last year, but I think we're cobbling something together to put on some additional services at least through Lorain, and I'm going to be encouraged, but I want that to work. I want some of these communities to understand that they need to invest in their transit. It's just not a county issue, it's a community issue. And every political jurisdiction in Lorain County makes up that community, not just Lorain County commissioners. Sorry, didn't mean to add that.
That
little
was
bullet
fine.
point.
No, not a problem at all. No, again, real major issues when you talk about the ability to own a car and maintenance and gasoline and insurance. You have to make at least $15 an hour. So that's a big gap when the jobs are 12 or 13 in some of these entry-level positions to get to the job site.
Commissioner, you're not going to see a lot of job creation that's going to be above those wages right now. With the economy and the shift that's going on, we know in Lorain County that we're treading water. Even the jobs I talk about over in Avon Lake, they're usually $12 or $13 an hour jobs. They have the potential to be larger, but you have entry-level wages that are between $10 and $13. So we have to provide services. We either provide services through direct services, through job and family services, or we provide public services that allow people to become independent and self-sufficient. Self-sufficiency is the key to success. A hand up. We got to stop doing handouts and do hand-ups. And we need those community supports to enable people to help themselves. I can't, and again, I'm sorry, I get on those tracks.
We talk about it all the time. It's good to talk about it out here.
Yes, sir.
End of my report.
Had the opportunity to also attend the Lorain County Community Action Agency 50th anniversary, and just as we were talking about, their whole mission is empowering people.
Yes, sir.
Giving them the assistance and the tools they need so they can get their lives on track and be productive members of society. Also had the opportunity to attend the Main Street Elyria meeting. They are going to be once again sponsoring the Pops concert and a lot of good downtown activities. Good to see that Main Street is planning on doing that. Had the opportunity to attend a special reception that was held by the Lake Erie Crushers. They're getting ready for their season to kick off in May. The new owner, Tom Cramming, telling everybody, hey guys, I've never owned a baseball team before, but we're certainly bringing in the right people and want to make sure we run a first-class operation. And it was just very nice. Everybody's excited about it. Also, they're hoping to use the stadium for many other events in addition to baseball. So, and we look forward to working with them through our new Visitors Bureau. Transportation Day with the Community Alliance. Can't say enough good things about what the Community Alliance does for our county. Very few counties have it where townships and municipalities and governmental leaders all come together to work on common interests. Transportation Day, I'd asked ODOT if they would make sure that they make a presentation soon on their own study on improving transit in the state of Ohio, which clearly reveals that the state of Ohio is greatly lacking in its support of transit. The administration talks about wanting people to work, getting people off social services, yet the state comes up short big time, about 63 cents per person, compared to far higher dollars in neighboring states. So let's get people to work, and then we can have the other conversation. The NAACP breakfast, Prester Pickett, who's an instructor at Cleveland State University, actually did a reenactment of a Martin Luther King Jr. speech, and wow, just did an amazing job, really hit it out of the park. A good turnout for the Elyria NAACP event. Terry Soto, the new treasurer over in Lorain, had an event, and she's always been a great public servant, and now she's in a leadership role. So that was a very nice event, lots of food there. Avon Lake High School had their Academic Excellence Dinner, which is an event they hold each year. Probably recognize about 200 students. The thing that's really nice about the event is they also have the students write a short bit about teachers that inspired them, and they present awards to the teachers as well too. And just one of the best events that I get a chance to attend each year. Also had a chance to meet recently with the leadership at Big Brothers and Big Sisters. As we said, the Veterans Grand Opening, the Veteran Services offices, I just want to commend the administrator. I know that he was probably wondering if he was just an administrator and not also a real estate agent, because he spent a lot of time out looking at the buildings all the time. And, you know, we looked at a lot of buildings. This group of commissioners, this board, was very interested in moving forward. And we just had to find the right building that made sense for the taxpayers and for the veterans. And I think we found just the right place. Also attended the Sunrise Rotary Pizza Challenge the other day over there. Plenty of pizza. I think I was born with a slice of pizza in my mouth. I could eat pizza all the time, but a very nice event over there, well attended. Also, on a more serious note, I guess I just want to send my sympathies out to the family of Dr. Richard McCarberry, who passed away recently. He was one of my former professors at Lorain County Community College, a gentleman I had a great deal of respect for, a very patient, very smart man, a great instructor. You never forget your good teachers in life. And took some psychology classes with him, also abnormal psychology, which prepared me for politics, I guess. For us, yeah. But just truly will be missed. And want to congratulate Tim Alcorn. We hear him on the radio all the time on WEOL, a nice feature story in the Chronicle today, and had a chance to listen to him doing the Indians game on Sunday. I guess the two announcers had family commitments, and they asked him to fill in, and I told him it was like another day at the office, a walk through the park. It just sounded so natural. Of course, for those who are Indians fans, we wish we could have at least scored one run so that Tim had something exciting to talk about with the Indians, but I thought he did a great job. So he's finally done a radio broadcast for the big show, and I'm just really happy for him. That completes my report.
Next Tuesday, April 26th at 9 a.m., the Commissioners will view Law Road in Grafton. Tuesday, April 26th at 11 a.m. will be our Investment Advisory Committee.
Okay.
And today at 11:30 we have TID.
Okay.
Board correspondence?
I move to approve the board correspondence and waive the reading.
Second.
Discussion. Mr. Lundy.
Aye.
Mr. Kayla?
Aye.
Ms. Kowski?
Hi.
Okay. Public comment.
Anyone like to participate in public comment this morning? Okay. Not seeing any participants for public comment. I move that we go into executive session, discuss personnel issues outlined by the county administrator, legal issues outlined by the assistant prosecutor.
Second.
Mr. Lundy.
Aye.
Mr. Kayla?
Aye.
Ms. Kowski?
Hi.
This has been a broadcast of the recent Lorain County Commissioners' General Meeting. Unless otherwise announced, meetings are held Wednesday morning at 9:30 at the Administration Building, 226 Middle Avenue, 4th floor, downtown Elyria. These are public meetings, and you are invited to attend. Agendas are posted prior to the meeting at www.loraincounty.us. Click on Departments to see the Commissioners page, then click on View Agenda for a printable copy of the agenda.